Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyle Allen and the Washington football team taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Steven Sims now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Washington taking the field here, led by quarterback Kyle Allen in his third NFL season out of Houston. First in Washington after a couple in Carolina, but took over as the Washington quarterback Week 5 this year, replacing Dwayne Haskins, and got his first win in charge in Week 7. Going for a couple of scores in a 25-3 victory over Dallas. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Barber. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Emperor is on the coverage.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Smith's pass intercepted.
The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Gallman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown.
To Golden Tate.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Sims to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Sims on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
He's able to find Inman. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was brought down by...
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Blake Martinez, 2nd in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Four yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run for the first time with Dion Lewis. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or two. Now Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Washington nothing.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
no gain on the play. It'll be second down.
gain on the play.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones going underneath for Lewis. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Giants 10, Washington nothing.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Line of scrimmage.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And he fires one, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Oh, look at the juke. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The football going back to the New York Football Giants, who are 1-7 on the year, bringing up the cellar in the NFC East. Although teams are still bottlenecked, they're all under 500. But that Week 8 loss against Tampa for the New York Giants really hurts them in a big way. As I said, dropping them down to the bottom 6 games under 500. That game against Tampa, of course, the Monday nighter. And now you look ahead the next couple of weeks. And critical to say that if they have any chances of salvaging their season, they need to get going right now. It'll start at 2-5 Washington, and then they'll come back home for the division-leading Eagles in Week 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 73 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 1st and 10, Smith. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Second and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now, it's Gibson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Washington on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. That's where those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Jones now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Tate. That catch good for only a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Jones took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Jones. Escape, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gano for the extra point.
NFL Madden Week Season 1 82020 games and highlights coming up next of Week 9 matchups.
By a touchdown run of 6 yards. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Matchup Week 9 Pittsburgh Steelers 7-0 Dallas Cowboys 1-7.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Smith. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from the former Duke man, Daniel Jones. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Week 9 matchup Seattle Seahawks 5-2 Buffalo Bills 6-2, Chicago Bears 6-2 Tennessee Titans 4-4.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on
Week 9 New Orleans Saints 4-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-3.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets.
Week 9 Green Bay Packers 6-1 San Francisco 49ers 6-2.
This is Lewis. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Jones. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing, Jones. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good
Philadelphia
opening drive
Eagles
to
is
begin the
4-3
3rd
on the
quarter.
bye in Week 9 of the Madden League Season 182-020.
You're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Here's Sims to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A carry now for McKisson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Smith. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Smith now to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here's McKissick, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Smith to the right side and complete to Thomas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a
Well,
yard.
they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
54 is Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Smith on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
From the gun, Smith. And this one's incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Smith throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing again is Smith. Inman has it over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he's able to put it through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On first down, Smith. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Washington on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To the air again, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. 13-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, come on.
They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Freeman on the handoff.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Freeman again. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
The tackle.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.